All right, I know it's been a while, but we have reasons, and I'm gonna try to keep this short and sweet. I was moving, basically, and all that's taken care of now. We're settled, we're good. But the new house came with a new shop. The shop needed a lot of work to just get all the old junk out of it, but that wasn't our biggest issue. The biggest issue was the ceiling, because my truck is too big, unfortunately. So we had to basically cut all the old joists out, raise the ceiling height where it was still structural, and I'll show you how we did that. This clip that I have right here, this is how the shop used to look before, minus the window that I'm standing behind currently. We put that in, and minus all the junk, old shelves and trash that used to be in here that had already gotten taken out by this point. This is just showing you the ceiling height, how it used to look. And here is how it looks currently. We went up 12 inches. We're not completely done yet. I gotta rehang all these wires and hang my lights. But before I do that, I wanted to show y'all exactly what we did. We just went up 12 inches with each joist with a new one, and then came in with some butterfly braces on each side going to the sides so that it's still pretty dang structural. We should be good. And then because this part wasn't necessary to raise anyway, I just went ahead and floored it. So now I've got storage up there. We should be pretty good for a long time. I didn't raise the door, if any of y'all caught that. Fingers crossed it fits with lowering some tire pressure, and the pad is pretty high off the ground level, so it's gonna come at an angle. We'll see how it goes tomorrow, because tomorrow is the day we bring the truck back over to the new house, or over to the new house for the first time, which is a very good thing because I have all the parts to make it run.
You gotta start turning. What are you turning this way for? Oh, well, yeah. He has to. This big look of freedom, man. Turn more. Alright, we're good.
I'll put it right on my fenders.
It's touching the fender.
All right, that's good right there. was a big fuck up.
Easy.
Go a hair more. Hair more. Oh my gosh, hair more. It's a literal millimeter that we're clearing it by. Yeah, I'm gonna go get the rest of it.
Do that like a normal dude, try to reject it.
Alright, so clearly that wasn't supposed to happen. When we rolled it off the trailer, I just thought we had more room than we actually did. I thought we'd be able to slow it down faster than we were able to. Here's what you all want to see. It's it's pretty bad, but I will be able to knock most of it out once I get the headliner out, which I think I'm about to go ahead and do that real quick just so I can make myself feel better, I guess. I don't know. All this red stuff does come off. All this red stuff from the wood, that comes off, so that's fine. But that's pretty bad. That makes me want to throw up every time I see it. So I'm gonna get down. I thought it was like a skeletonized kind of support system in here, you know, where you can still see the outside skin. So I just have little access holes, but I'm gonna actually cut my own access holes to where I can see the outside skin, knock it out. This is not what this video is supposed to be about. This blanket really smells like gas because this is the blanket that we set the gas tank on the way over here, so hopefully it doesn't just burst into flames. Alright, yesterday sucked. So, the original plan for this video is going to change. I was planning on doing the entire fuel system, but that's not going to happen anymore. It's still going to happen, just not yet. Because I know this truck has a lot of dents and a lot of little imperfections, but that makes me sick. And I'll show you what it looks like now after getting as much of it out as I could. But it makes me sick and I want to fix it. So that's going to move up to top priority. And we've already got a plan to fix it. It's not even going to be that hard. It's just going to be a lot of work, a little bit of time and money that I wasn't planning on spending. So that part kind of sucks. But in the meantime, I want to do something that makes me feel better. And putting this on is going to make me feel better. But real quick, let me show you guys what it what it looks like. Oh, it's so bad. I got all the low spots out, but now it's just real bumpy and wavy, and then there's this huge crease right down the front that you can't even get to pull out, so.
Oh, I didn't even see that right there. We do have a lot more room in here, though.
I don't think that the air filter that I'm planning on buying is gonna fit under all that, but we'll figure that out later. All right, it's been a few days since the last clip, and that's because I'm still trying to decide exactly what we're gonna do with that roof. I think I pretty much will know exactly what we're gonna do with it. I'm just kind of trying to figure out what the best route to go is, which I'll explain all that in the next couple days or so. But what I've been wanting to do ever since we put those snipers on is something else that doesn't really need to be done right now, but it's something I'm really excited about and would make me a little bit more happy about that whole thing. So, where's the box? So the Holley snipers come with this. And this is the screen where you can monitor everything. It shows all your gauges, you can tune it, you can make changes, blah, blah, blah. That's cool and everything, but I wanted a screen a little bit bigger. It's gonna look so clean.
There's no feel in it.
Yeah, no make clicks. What's going on?
Why is it taking so long? Yours never taking long.
I don't know.
Are you still getting on that?
I don't know. Huh? There's one. There's two wires. Huh?
Do you want orange juice?
There's one right there.
What? Oh.
Put it there. What happened to you? Oh Lord, we have a race car. Oh yeah, that looks good. One thing I don't like, which I think the stock dashes did this too, is it looks crooked because this sags down. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to fix that because it's literally flush all the way around and the screen is not crooked. It's just that. That's gonna annoy me. I'm gonna have to fix that. All right, it's been a couple days, and that is because there's really nothing else to do other than starting the fuel system, but I'm waiting on one more thing. But since we've been waiting on that, I've been figuring out what I'm gonna do about the roof, and we have a solution, but I gotta go pick it up. And fingers crossed, it's what we need. It's so much easier. We didn't hit anything that time. So I haven't explained yet why I bought this truck. But basically, for my situation, this is almost the holy grail of a parts truck that I could have found anywhere. As of right now, I'm actually happy that we ran the roof of that truck into that door, because if it didn't, I wouldn't have this. Now, the reason I say it's almost perfect is because there's really only 3 things that this truck doesn't have that would have been really nice. By the time I found the guy that was selling parts off of it and told him I just wanted the whole truck, he had already sold the dash. That kind of sucks because my dash is cracked because of the subs that I have. They just destroyed it. So that kind of sucks, but that's not that big a deal. It's not why I bought it. It's a 2-wheel drive. That's no big deal. I don't care. The body's the same. Really, I just need body panels. But if it was a 4-wheel drive, I would have an extra frame that I could strip down, powder coat, and then move everything from my truck onto it, and I'd have a frame off. And what else? Oh, it doesn't have a title. Now that doesn't matter because I'm using it as a parts truck. This truck's never gonna see the road again. But if it did have a title, this cab is in perfect condition. If it had a title, I would just swap cabs. That would actually be a lot easier, because not only is my roof destroyed now, there are some dents in the cab that can be taken out. Probably paintless dent repair could do that, but it would just be easier if I could just fix all that at once with just swapping a cab. But we can't do that. Now, I was looking at a bunch of other trucks just for the roof. Basically, that's all I need. What we're gonna do is take the windshield out, the back glass, get to all the spot welds, grind them out, and this outer roof skin will just peel off. Oh, I also just remembered one other reason it's not perfect. So sadly, this truck used to have an antenna on it. There's a hole under here. This is plugged. But that's not that big a deal. I'll just pull this plug out once the skin's off, and you know, we'll weld it, patch that, body filler, sand it flat. So that's taken care of. I'm not really worried about that. But I was looking at a bunch of other trucks with perfect roofs that didn't have holes in them, and the reason I didn't buy those is because this one is complete, and this is the straightest bodied parts truck I've ever seen in my life. There's no motor or trans. That's why I got it so cheap. And the paint does not look good. But everything that comes off this that goes on my truck is going to get repainted anyway, so I don't care about the paint. All I care about is that the body is absolutely perfect. So the roof is the main reason we bought this truck. That's getting peeled and put on my truck. This bed is almost in mint condition, which mine is not. This little mark right here is one of the only dents in the truck. And it only looks bad because there's a little bit of surface rust on it. But there's just the slightest low spot under the taillight that we can fix so easily. And that'll be fixed. There's this little low spot right in front of the rear bumper. That should be able to be pushed out from the inside pretty easily, so that I'm not worried about. The tailgate's perfect. Mine is too, but now I guess I have an extra one. The passenger door has this slightest little low spot. If this line wasn't here, you actually wouldn't even see it. You would just be able to feel it. But that I'm not too worried about because I'm not using this door. I'm probably keeping my doors. I will be taking these door panels because these are power doors. The interior is actually the same color as my truck. Probably the window glass too, because mine's all scratched up on the outside from mud ride and rolling the windows down. Like I said, I wish it still had a dash, but that's not the end of the world. And as you guys know, the whole front of my truck is gone right now. I still have my bumper that's painted in good condition, still have my grill painted in good condition, but everything else on the front end, I was already planning on replacing because my fenders were all beat up. I cut down there to clear bigger tires back in high school. My hood was just covered in little dents and dings and rock chips in the front. It was extremely bad. So now I have the whole front cap of this truck. I've even got new inner fender wells because those have to be replaced on my truck too. Obviously I had to cut down there. I've even got a seat that's in way better condition and would already match my back seat. There's a hole starting, but normally this is all ripped out. Here, let me show you my truck. I don't know if anybody's ever even seen this because I've always had a seat cover on it, but I mean, this seat is the same seat, but no fold down console, and it's just destroyed. So as you can imagine, I'm actually pretty happy that everything that happened. It sucked at the time, but now looking back, I'm actually not mad about it whatsoever because now we have this. I don't know when all this is gonna happen because obviously we're getting the truck running first. I'm probably not gonna do the bed swap until we do all the body work and the truck gets repainted a different color because it's not gonna stay white forever. But I will go ahead and get all this repainted white so I can throw that on the truck and we can have the truck back for a little while before it goes back under the knife. So really none of this I have to worry about right now, other than the roof. That's gonna happen almost immediately. Unless that last part for my fuel system comes in soon, which I hope it does, because as soon as that fuel system's done, I've already got the ignition system, which means all I need to at least start the truck is just a starter and flywheel. So we're really not that far away.